Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the MMC Assaultus Regenesis. Yes, we're finally going to put them together because, well, got to do that. You got to do that, right? Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah, so we're going to do our G2 Bruticus, and yeah, of course, so as usual, you got to, tab those in and all that stuff and bring this in and tab that in, and it's 1 foot, and then same on this side, just bring that and tab that in, and get that all squared away. And that's another leg bit. And yeah, as before, this will slot in right there. Easier to get that a couple clips back, so you then slide that in all the way like that, and then bring this forward, and then bring this part down so it can then come down here and tab into those right there. Right there. Yep, just tabbed in. That's one done, and well, this joint is stiff enough he's like almost able to stand like that. Of course, over here you gotta bring that back so you can again slide that in, and then bring that down, and then bring it back up so you can then bring this down and tab that in. That's all that's done. And of course, up here, lift that up like that, and then bring it in, click that in, bring that out like that. And same thing, lift that up, slot that in, bring that down, and there you go. There is Assaultus Regenesis. And yes, I really love this color scheme. You can see really up close. You can see all the purples and whatnot. Just, throughout the whole thing. You can see the head up there, the gray, and, the kind of the gunmetal and silver. You got the white and purple over here on this arm. You got the blue and purple over there. You got yellow and purple and black. And then, of course, way down here, you got the purple and orange and green and purple, and the black is on the shoes. And yeah, it looks great. And of course, all its stuff compacts, and all the weapons store away in various places down there, and right there. And of course, in his back, hidden away. And yeah. Yep. I rather like this guy a lot. I think I even like it better than the original release, even not even just including the improvements, but just in general the color scheme. I think just probably just because for me G2 was my childhood, so this just speaks to me more. As much as I like the G1 Bruticus, don't get me wrong, this I think just speaks to me more because this is what my childhood was garish colors like this, and I just love how bright this is. Just the camo is absurd because this is just the camo is absurd because look at it. You'll see this coming from a mile away. Look at this. It's just glowing practically. Yeah, this is one thing. They still didn't really improve, which is these sliders still unfortunately will kind of want to go back to the center and whatnot. They don't click. They still wish there was a lot slot, like even just a soft clicking point right there, but it is not. So that's unfortunate. And of course, he just barely fits on my review space because, well, he's quite tall. Granted, there are taller Masterpiece combiners out there, but he's still pretty tall. And yeah, you can hold the weapons. This one, they got the cool double handle. So you got the small one for Incursus, and then you got the bigger one that comes out for Assaultus. Same with this guy. And unfortunately, just like before, this gun cannot be held by this hand because they didn't think quite far enough ahead, so this stuff gets all bangs into this stuff, and so you have this gun only this gun can be held in this hand, which stinks. And yeah, just these tabs will go into the little slot here right on the thumb piece, and There you go. It's not, again, not very secure. Just like before, it's like most of the security just comes from you have to wrap the fingers around it nice and tight and hope for the best. Because, yeah, it doesn't really actually tab in super well. But, it holds well enough for pretty much most poses you're going to be able to try to get this guy in. Yeah, most poses they'll hold, but you start moving stuff, it's probably going to good chance it's just going to start coming apart. Or, well, the guns are going to come out of his hands, I should say. So, it's not the best, but hey, it works. All that stuff works. Yeah. The head thing, you can't really push down from here. You have to open this up, push down on the head in there, and then, because it's the things on the back side of the head, the onslaught head. So you have to, get in there, push it down, and then close it all up, and then you got the glowing eyes. So that's it's still a thing you can do, and yeah. I would also still say on the cannons when transforming it, that's the other thing is the cannon still can be a bit fragile if you're not careful. Just because the hinges are still very stiff. So watch out for that. And yeah, it's just really nice though. Posability, of course, head, left and right swivel. You got a bit of up and down and a separate swivel though. If you go too far, this stuff starts to separate. So watch that. Be careful. The helmet's starting to separate. Shoulders, yeah. Yep, very tight shoulders. Yeah, they're dead solid. Yeah, you can see the gun's already shaking itself out. Outward, you got that much. That much before the shoulders start banging into the head. But yeah, it's also you can see that the ratchet is now so tight that you kind of have to hold this down, or else it just will drain it with it. You got bicep swivels are just friction because of the waist pieces. And of course, yeah. Then you got that's kind of your elbow, and this thing's sinking because I just undid the panel. Hold on a second. There you go. Yes, you got that. And of course, the hand, you got some wrist swivel. Not, you only got so much though. You got that much range because of how it works. That's your maximum range. And he is leaning way forward now. The hands, of course, you got your hands, you got, the thumb is on this little swivel thing right there. You got the ball joint right there at the base of the thumb. You got the two hinges right there. So you got that. You can approximate a lot of thumb poses, but it's kind of a weird hand in general. And of course, each finger has base knuckle joint and another knuckle joint and a third knuckle joint. So, you got quite a bit of curl on the fingers right there for each of them. No spread though, no splay. The waist, of course, nice clicky ratchet joint. Ab crunch, you got about that much range. Although that's when the chest piece starts coming to untabbed. Right, brothers, I've got that much range before the chest piece starts coming untabbed. So a lot of range there. And of course, yeah, the hips again. They improved that because let's see how well they improved it. Hey, look, it's holding somewhat. It's still kind of on the heavier side, but it's holding. Is that all the way up? I'm not sure that's all the way up. It is all the way up, isn't it? Yeah, it's all the way up. You got that much forward. Can hold pretty well, though it tends to click one back. Gonna go back that far, unless, of course, you bring that panel down. We just get a little bit more. Outward, you got that much. You got, if you bring that panel down, you get a thigh swivel up there, which is nice and clicky. Knees are about 90 degrees. each. And down here at the feet, well, those are still friction. Yeah, the feet are still friction. You got that much tilt, that forward and back, and you got a bit of forward and maybe a smidge of back, but a little bit of forward. And yeah, so the friction, they're tight, but if you're not careful, as you probably saw a couple times already, just, you know, if you'll start tilting forward and whoop, there it goes. So just watch that with the ankles. That's the thing. And that came undone again. That's one big point is definitely the ratchets are so strong that this thing likes to come undone real easily now. Because the ratchets are just so strong, and that's just a little piece of plastic just kind of bracing. So that's unfortunate. Looks real great, but yeah, I'm gonna put it back here because we got to do a comparison. Yeah, big comparison. Okay, trying to adjust it right. All right. Here he is with the G1 Assaultus. That wasn't all the way down, but yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you can see that in comparison to each other, much darker color scheme overall with the silver, but yeah, also yeah, much brighter and all that stuff. And yeah, again again you can, yeah, ratchets aren't so great on that guy, but aren't as good. This is a far better ratcheting. Or also, yeah, that's just the two of them together. So yeah, Assaultus Regenesis. I like this a lot. It's, I think, better than the G1 version. I like the G1 version a lot, but this one is better in like pretty much every way. I like the colors more. The ratchets are improved significantly, although again, the G1 color scheme reissues very much have the better ratchets too, so just know that. Overall, pretty darn solid. Really nice looking G2 guy. What was it? Who's the other one who's doing? I think it was X-Transbots was doing a G2 Stunticon. So not a lot of G2 Masterpiece, to be honest. But if you're in the market, this guy's great in my opinion. I really like him a lot. He looks great. Transformation is generally really fun. The transformation is generally really fun. Looks good. Poses well. Yeah, it's just great, and I highly recommend him. The only thing is, yeah, what is it? It's 110 per limb plus the 180 for the main guy. So that's $620 for the whole set, which is a lot, especially if you're getting it all at once. But generally, yeah, I think he's worth it, and he's really nice, and definitely worth checking out. So, yeah, I think that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and check out my coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.